lie. We have so much FOMO here in the studio. Kwena is having the best time out there. But we must remember, we are marching for a very important reason today.
Nasli, and one of those reasons is load shedding. We are sitting in darkness literally every single day in our homes. We don't know what's going on, but right now we are joined by DA Shadow Minister of Electricity, Samantha Graham, as well as Kevin Milam, the DA Shadow Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy. They're going to tell us how we are going to rescue South Africa from darkness.
Kevin, Samantha, welcome to this broadcast. It's so good to see you. Hot day in Pretoria, but we are just outside the Union Buildings. How are you feeling?
Well, the atmosphere is electrifying. If we could harness this energy, we could end load shedding tomorrow.
Absolutely, absolutely. Samantha, how are you feeling?
I am so excited to be telling South Africans about how we're going to give the ANC the chop in May, with change, with hope, with opportunity and prosperity. So excited to be here.
Well, I want to bring you in here, Sam. Like, what do you think South Africans are thinking around this electricity issue, and what is the DA's exact plan to deal with electricity in our country?
Thank you, Luyolo. South Africans, we are here to tell you that we have a solution, we have an answer, and we are ready to change what is happening on our electricity sector. South Africa, the load shedding does not have to be something that we are dealing with every single day. It can be fixed, and the DA does have a plan to fix it.
That's right. Thank you, Sam.
Samantha, we've heard a lot that the ANC monopolizes the energy sector. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Thank you, Naz. At the moment, Eskom is a single entity that is controlling the power of South Africa. The DA's plan is obviously to unbundle it, to split up generation, to split up distribution, and to split up transmission. We would keep Eskom as a transmission body, but we would then separate the generation and the distribution, allowing private enterprises to come into the whole electricity system. We would make sure that it becomes more reliable. We would make sure that it becomes competitive, so that we're not fighting every day for an entity that is sucking in every single rand we've got spare. And we would make sure that there were 1 million role players. We would also ensure that the Just Energy Partnership was harnessed so that we could bring in new transmission, we could look at the grid, we could improve the grid, and we could ensure that South Africa's energy sector becomes reliable and affordable for South Africans.
Kevin, just to bring you in here, the ANC has been telling us that the load shedding is due to sabotage. But what exactly is the problem?
Well, I think the starting point has to be the ANC government. It's cadre deployment, it's corruption, it's incompetence, and it's mismanagement. That's the starting point. But at the same time, there's been a lack of investment in new generation capacity and a lack of investment in transmission infrastructure. And if we deal with those causes, we can address load shedding going forward.
Sam, Sona Week, Sona Debate. We heard Member of Parliament Sylvia Lucas saying that load shedding is not the end. I mean, I have not heard such rubbish in my life. What do you have to say to Sylvia Lucas?
Well, I think if anything shows how out of touch with South Africa the ANC are, I think that was that singular statement by Sylvia Lucas. Let me tell you, there are people who are 24 hours reliant on oxygen. For them, load shedding is the end of the world. If they don't have access to oxygen, it literally becomes a life and death question. There are people that are trying to build businesses. There are people that are trying to take care of elderly people. And all of these people are severely impacted by load shedding. That was the most out of touch, tone deaf, callous statement that could ever have been made to South Africans suffering under the burden of load shedding.
Crazy statement, really insane. Kevin, I just want to bring you in here again. Where we govern, we have a plan to end load shedding. Can you tell us more about this?
Of course. So where we govern, the DA is taking active steps to reduce the impact of load shedding on the citizens of those municipalities and the Western Cape province. We're bringing in independent power producers that municipalities can procure from directly. We're incentivizing rooftop solar. We are allowing feed-in tariffs. We're promoting feed-in tariffs so that the municipalities buy excess power generated by that rooftop solar by businesses and residents. And then we're taking active steps to ensure that our facilities like water treatment plants and sewage treatment plants are off-grid or not so grid reliant and less reliant on Eskom going forward.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you, Kevin. South Africans, there is light at the end of the tunnel. These solutions seem so obvious, so practical, and so possible. The only difference is we need a government willing to implement these solutions. Please remember, if you want to end load shedding, you have to be registered to vote. You can't go on voting day and expect to vote if you are not registered. Go to check.da.org.za and we will help you get registered.